Oakley dokley girls and blokleys. Hello and good evening. It is a boy named Sue, coming at you live straight from Big Potato. Back with my first playthrough of Disco Elysium. We're going to be finishing up day 4 today. Starting day 5, I suppose. Be streaming for a couple hours. Just having a little chill hangout tonight. And we just finished talking to Noid, I want to say? Over there? We got the club set up here. We had named it Disco Elysium.
Hey man, it's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
Excuse me. That's...
She's whistling a
we had talked to
melody,
her.
her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree. And no, it's got nothing to do with contact mic. No,
But contact mic is...
I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone
Good,
doing?
I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now, can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
You know what? Tell me about Suna.
She's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today, she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
That's rude. You should listen to people when they talk about what they like. What about Thiago?
Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Oh, he talks to Noid? What
Beats
for?
me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do
Who
up there?
knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower?
Yeah, guess so. Thanks. About
Who
the
do you want
others?
to know about?
Tell me about Andre.
He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least.
She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
On life? On his mother's love?
Yes. Anyway.
Could it be that he's balding? Him thinking that it's last... Could it be that he's balding? Him thinking that it's his last
Come to
chance?
think of it, yes.
This is the first time you've heard her laugh.
He's in some kind of a self-destruction mode with that hair of his. Bleaching it like that. Probably wants to get rid of it altogether.
Is Andre your boyfriend? Tell me about the
Who
others.
do you want to know about?
Tell me about
He's a
Noid.
four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
No, I meant for breakfast. Of course,
He's
for
a
a living.
carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
Is that because of his beliefs? The hardcore and the ribs, spinal cord and
Not
stuff?
to sound too dramatic, but I wouldn't make light of his belief system when he's around. Noid's a serious person. He's serious about the lifestyle.
What is this pilgrimage you're talking
It's just
about?
something poor Forberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I not told you I'm a raging alcoholic who recently drank himself into an oblivion so deep he can't even remember what it sounds like? The biggest street in the city?
No?
Well, I am.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah. I hope you do.
Tell me about the
Who
others.
do you want to know about?
Just deal with Egghead.
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that
Oh,
stuff?
that. He's the party boy.
You told me as much, but what exactly is a party boy?
Melodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
This is so stupid. You don't have to tell me rock is backwards. I am the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s, stupid rock.
Okay. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
He looks around a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection. Him's my favorite. Where is he from? How long has he been with you guys?
We don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forberg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
She says quietly.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there.
Huh? Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Actually, do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot. Tell
I
me
told
about
you,
yourself.
I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
What does that
It
mean?
means I don't answer questions about myself.
But I'm a police officer. You have to
Is there
answer
a law
me.
that would stop me from lying, though?
That would depend on the circumstances.
Lieutenant taps his foot.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Thanks. I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
Oakley dokley. Sorry, I'm choosing what plot I want to pursue next. I'm really bad at navigating the menus. Sorry. We'll wait for something else over here. It is quite late. Guess we'll have to get back to the house. Go to sleep for the night. It would help if I remembered which way to go. It's not this way. I need to go back over here. Down, I want to say. Water runs from the west. The source is upstream. Broken pipe? Well, we'll have to check that out later. Might need to pull the flashlight out. It's getting hard to see. Sorry, as I just said, I'm really bad at navigating the menus. Okay, this is the right way. In fact, isn't this my house? I want to say it is. Damn it. Okay,
It's getting
nighty-night,
cold.
Cam.
This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night,
Good
Cam.
night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer.
Would not call
On the
him a
table,
regular
you see
police
a bowl
officer.
of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight
Sorry, I'm just checking to see if there is anything else we could do before going to bed. What is that? Got a new jacket. Swanky checkered jacket flatters your form in a way that makes you feel the fun kind of serious. Has really nice, roomy pockets too. And that does make us look pretty snazzy. But, what kind of bonuses was the other thing giving me? Yeah, no, I kind of like the bonuses we get off of that more.
The
Okay,
bed
let's
is
go to bed.
comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great. This is gonna be really
How
chill.
have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Shut up, I just want to
Hear
sleep.
that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater. Under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What
Don't
is
tell
it?
him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
Last
The
dream.
last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
I have no idea what's happening. I don't want to anymore. I don't want to think either of those
Oh,
things.
but you will. You're already going there. Slipping. How long can we keep you from the precipice? One more dream? 2 max, baby. Then it's
The air will smell of
of
apricots.
hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it will be
Your
okay.
eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
What? I'm so confused. Who are they talking about me murdering? Morning, Cam. Okay, let's check the to-do list. Gotta talk to the people of the commercial area. We have to check the traps. Gotta call the station. Gotta go back and take the stuffed bird. Gart. Okay. Let's go back to the whirling and rags first. The shot couldn't have come from here, trees blocked the way. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, it's my favorite song.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Connect me to the Jamrock Public
I'm afraid
Library.
they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try
Shit.
again during business hours.
Anything else, detective?
Need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment.
You can hear shuffling through some
Can you
papers.
please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters. Dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, it seems like it was an
No
accident.
field autopsy necessary.
She
You can
repeats.
hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. Found a library card in his
Any
pockets.
information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to somebody named Billy Machine.
You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? 57,
set.
over and out.
Her voice disappears into the
In
void.
the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Hey, let's go give Gart this bird, huh?
Can I help you?
I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
And it takes the stuffed bird. It's no biggie, I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm just that kind of cop.
What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
He inspects the bird, somewhat suspiciously, and then melts.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem. This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Hi. This fucking game, man. You have anything good to say?
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
I don't think we have anything new to say to Titus. Okay. Guess we can talk to the people of the commercial area really quick. Book is titled Man from Hyundal, Wildfire. I wonder where the working class woman is. I'm really not looking forward to talking to her about her husband. Up the stairs. Yeah, I think I need to pull the flashlight out. Alright. And here she is. Okay.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a dye?
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
It's a bit more complicated than I first thought it would
I'm
be.
listening.
There's a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to the tale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen-Kill, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Sona is involved in this?
She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
Say nothing.
I guess the least I can do is check up on Sona, see how she's doing. In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
Well, I was expecting a little bit more out of that, but... I need to stop being so wishy-washy in this game. I like to say nothing too often. A fence set. Do we try this again?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Okay, so we could put a point in the physical instrument. And we could, like, take a drink real quick or something. That makes you more likely to pass those checks or something, right? Let's do it. We have 2 more uses left in the borscht. Alright. Let's do this.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Lift the barbell. Fuck. Not again.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed. Even your body has failed you. It's a miracle you didn't injure yourself. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Fuck you, you stupid
Weightlifting
barbell.
was never my favorite either.
Lieutenant is obviously handling
At the
you.
station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
Lieutenant steps away from the barbell, letting you recover in peace. There's a typo in there. Can I just turn the flashlight off? Oh, okay.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Sans, I have something to tell you. I've found the actual source of
What do you
Doom.
mean, the actual source? Are you talking about the third presence?
She clutches her pendant
She
anxiously.
remembers. Good.
My investigation has led me to discover a 2mm intraplanetic hole in reality. That's the source of doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinez.
A what?
A tiny hole in reality, maybe connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinez.
What he's saying is true. We found an anthroponetic anomaly in the small Pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
She's too afraid to even say the word.
You can protect it with hope, by refusing to give up. That's what people have done in the past, by building a church, a place of worship around this
You're
thing.
right, officer. I can't just leave everything. After all this work, this little bookstore has become the corner store of our neighborhood. I can't just jump the ship and leave. Besides, didn't I have some Sailite hope catchers round here somewhere? I must find them. Everything will be all right if I can just find them. Thank you for your help in any case.
Yeah,
You're
that'll do
welcome
the
back
trick.
here anytime.
Alright, bye-bye. Working class lady still isn't out here. Alright. Okay, I think that one of the only things that I want to do while I'm still over here. Can I talk to this person?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's
The
Renee?
brick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Oh. How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Gaston smiles a sad smile. Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Is he really that
I
bad?
repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper.
He turns to look at the crater.
The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. and I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
You love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
The old man gathers himself and wipes his eyes again. Here, something to remember your friends by.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
Eyes blurry with tears, he has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
It's too bad that he's gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybells.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Of course he didn't. Flowers are for pansies. Stop wasting time with them.
Wait, Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communards. They called them the Bells of Revolution.
A sad smile passes his face.
I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
But you feel the dried flower in your hand somehow still does matter, although not to this sad old man.
Bye for now. Well, I'm really sad. This game makes you feel things, huh? I don't like that he lost his... I mean, I know that the guy was kind of a dick. They weren't even, like, good friends, really, but man, yeah. I don't like that he lost his friend. Sorry, I'm looking for this tree they keep referencing. Keep talking about like a record or something hanging from a tree on this road. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where else this tree would be, because it's not the tree behind here, obviously. That's something different hanging from that tree. Kuno have anything good to say? Boy turns to you, he doesn't care.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Fair enough, Kuno. I don't want to go talk to her. I don't know. I don't know where this tree is, so we're just gonna walk back over to the other side of town. I don't want to waste too much time. Where are all the traps at again? Okay. Trap and lands on the far northeast of the Feld building. Check the trap he just set up in the cryptozoologist camp near the boathouses. Near the canal you cross southeast of the village. Okay, so this would be near the canal, right? So there's probably a trap down here. Yeah, there it is.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. The
Look
reeds
around.
bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. Snow covers the broken stalks like a shroud. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song. Louder on this part of the coast. Nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Lieutenant grins mirthlessly. Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one.
No, you weren't.
He looks at the sea, then you, laying the trap back down on the ground. It's almost like you're not excited to look for cryptids. Okay.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You must be Lillian's
This one
twins.
doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said
The
that.
stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
What are you laughing
The
about?
boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking, just wobbling around like he's afraid of something. You will never get an answer. That's how it is with these little idiots.
Children are stupid. The scruffy-haired kid laughs as though in agreement.
You're stupid.
Okay, how about the policeman asks you something else now?
Okay.
I don't have anything else to ask, I guess. Yeah, I was about to say, I thought
This is the
for
trap
sure one of the
Morel
traps
just
was over
set.
here.
Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
Lieutenant takes note, more out of habit than duty. Let's keep going. Next one is a lucky one.
Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize.
Kim, you gotta believe, man. We've been up to this house, where this is, and you walk up here. Sorry, I struggle with, like, figuring out where you can and cannot walk sometimes.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves. Confidentially, snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in
I'm
here.
just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Me too.
Behind you, when this district...
That would definitely be a huge bummer. I think it told me to come back here and look at this.
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall, with another 7 shades standing 10 meters from them. A cold sea wind blows behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric, now collapsed and dead, but for some rats. You feel drawn, for some reason, to the faded mural again.
Boards crack dangerously as you run. Be careful here.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get
Not
in
this
though?
time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points. And dangerous. Dangerous too.
Kim, you think she's in
The
here?
suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Okay, so I guess that wasn't the mural we were supposed to look at. Why not walk there? Walk there. Oh, okay. You can't walk down this way. Can I get through this gate? It's weird that you can't walk down this way, right?
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
Blonde man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kisuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
What was that about Windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. Giles stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to the form-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
He points to the building again.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
He pats his son's head.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes to shield himself from the freezing snow. All four of you turn to admire the mural before you.
What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Look at the building looming
It
over
looks
you.
old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
What's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
He smiles brightly, laugh lines
You're
around his
probably
eyes.
more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Felt
That's
Electrical.
not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
He adjusts his suit
They started
jacket.
out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He grins, admiring the sentence he just produced. What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building. or one of the adjacent ruins.
He pauses, pointing to the other building, then continues.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How do those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
He raises his finger, remembering something.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
That's what I said, too.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced? This is all ninsy-pinsy garbage for sissy people.
Okay, the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, Paul Ackerman, Keith and Guy Juiced. What are you talking about?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
He clears his
But
throat.
perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
He takes a step back. The boardwalk creaks mournfully in the wind.
2 seagulls circle in the sky. You look up and think, really? Or was there a 4th prototype that remains hidden in the mausoleums below Cold City?
But of course, what else?
You look like someone who has money. Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He brushes it off like it's not a thing at all.
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly you were just profiling.
Did I have some of that unimportant money then?
No, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms.
He looks uncomfortable, his left hand squeezing his son's shoulder.
I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
By the way, do you work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confronting the opponent.
Form of martial arts from the Isle of Lo Mantang, huh?
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo tradition of the Harley people, a name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks, whereas the sticks used in other cultures...
You doze off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among mankind, seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying?
I don't really remember what I was saying.
And I guess everything got said, right?
He squints his eyes in the sun.
No, thanks to
whatever,
you
bye.
for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Listen to the wind.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where's it
In
go?
through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is
She's
happening?
down there.
I think she's down there. Below this building.
Okay. Why?
Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells.
Good, yes. Cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
Yes, I can literally talk to my hangover. That's how bad it's gotten.
How do we get in, though? Those were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Maybe we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Oh, how hard is it to climb the
A
ladder?
rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah. That doesn't look good at all.
Assess.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190. I'm a
Okay,
giant.
but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that. Just, you know.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Lieutenant stares at you, stone-faced. Come on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
Won't hurt to
Oh,
try.
yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Alright. Teleport to the roof.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
Do
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bang! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I teleported.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear,
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Oh my god. This fucking game, man. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Stones fall. It's a long way down. Faded picture postcard from the end of the last century shows Martinez as the way it was before the revolution. It's the height of summer. Rue de Saint Ghislain is teeming with parasol-wielding bourgeoisie. Or bourgeoisie, I don't know how you pronounce that. And wild pines, flags buttress the walkway. Nothing is written on the back. I'm too stupid for this game. Glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Antiquated office furniture. Last century, maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. You should take out your flashlight. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. I'm just taking care of the little critters for a minute. Sorry about that, he's back. The overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. Series of thick, dusty panes of glass. Trying to be better about reading item descriptions now. Muted brown suit jacket perfect for a day at the office or an evening at the cafe. Red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. Yeah, there's been a couple of times I've even considered restarting this playthrough. Just because I didn't really understand how to play the game for a while, and I still don't know if I really fully get it. Beam of flashlight, a crevice in the wall. But we're still gonna finish this playthrough. And maybe I'll end up playing another playthrough of Disco Elysium again at some point. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates are full of dust and spiderwebs. A Ushanka with the Mazovian logo. A pair of deer antlers on its silvery white front. Your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. Is that better than... This does give us ultimate peak focus, you know? I don't know. Looks really stupid though, you know?
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spiderweb in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the
Years
portrait.
worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains stick into the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Same slit window you saw from the outside. Okay, can we walk through the... Okay, there we go. Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appears more worn than the other. Tunnel collapse. Something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Is the way to let Kim in over here? Because I feel like, yeah, no, there he is.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's
What do
there?
you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
How did you even get there?
After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
He's quite proud of himself.
Maintenance entrance. So pedestrian.
Yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders. Anyway, let's investigate these passages.
Sorry, I forgot all about the fact that I wanted to internalize this thought about the Wompty Dompty Dom Center. It's Wednesday evening, something aimlessly exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wunder twins Guy and Keith Juice are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Dom de Domiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. What? RSPV'd? Okay. Sorry, I am bad at reading. Where are you if you are not there? Well, didn't they mess up the order? Isn't RSVP?
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computer components?
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system.
How'd they do that? And why?
The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced.
Come look. Old cybernetics.
So it is. I think these used to form a single system, slotted in the wall.
So this is all that remains of Feld R&D?
The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean.
Could this be part of the Feld playback experiment?
No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed.
All you'll find here is pain.
Oh. Thanks, Premonitions, or Inland Empire, whatever you want to call that. It gives me the sight. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, footprints with the right sole worn
Looks
smooth.
like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you
Once
mean?
we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
Do you think whatever happens will affect our
You mean
cryptozoologists?
Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected. But the situation in the city will get tense for everyone.
If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job.
How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in
Let's
the dark.
try not to worry, he thinks. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
Everett knows more than he's told us. Maybe we should continue working
You're
for
right.
him?
However corrupt he may be, nothing happens in Martinez without him knowing. We might have to dirty our hands, but...
In this case, we can't afford to be squeaky clean.
What do you think is waiting
I
for
think I
us
see a
there?
cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Alright, well, we're not gonna go deeper. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't wanna go down a path of no return quite yet. I still have, like, side things that I want to do. So I'm sorry to put a needle in that balloon. But unfortunately, I am. At least for now. So I still want to do that. Man. I guess we need to get those signatures for him. This barrel has been recently discarded. It smells of fuel oil. Chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Walk away.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold, for this time of year. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
It's
Your
empty.
voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We're not cryptozoologists. We're cops.
A cold gust of air dries your sweaty face, and you look to the dark shadow of the felled building in the distance, drawing you to it. What a strange sensation. Once this is done, should you ask the wind again? The reeds, the wind picked.
Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand. I couldn't read it before it went away. Wouldn't have been able to pronounce it either way. You take mental note. Theomotary. I don't know. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. Rusted broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. Well, I can just teleport. Scented scar. Tiny antlets there, off in the far distance where the posts trail toward. This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Sorry, I'm making sure that I'm checking this area
Is
for
there
bullet
something here that
traces.
would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe the campfire was used by the
To
perpetrator?
warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
He looks around.
Truthfully, This seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out biddable prime, was it?
Maybe the assailant climbed the Tom's Tower, took the shot there?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Lieutenant looks up, raising his collar.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Look over the water to the whirling rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
I just thought. Okay, so does that mark off? Okay, so we need to check the island and the boardwalk. I really have wasted so much time just wandering around pointlessly in this game because I'm stupid. Hasn't exactly been the best first playthrough of the game. So I'm trying to like walk around all of the boardwalk to see where it's gonna trigger me. Like look for this possible gunman position.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a...
It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least.
Yes?
Damn it. Nothing can. This is the bunker window. Oh, that's what they were talking about. It's all very cool. Okay, so what island are they talking about? Was that the right boardwalk? It's up that way's Land's End. Oh man. My problem with this game is that, like, I always get distracted by the side stuff. I get distracted by, like, everything all the time. And then I forget exactly, like, what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, right now I'm forgetting, like, what locations I'm supposed to be running to, like, check to see where the shooter could have shot from. Is that something on that? Hmm. Is there not a way through here down here? No. It must always be so boring watching me play this game. And I'm sorry for that. But at least the music's relaxing. I'm just so clueless when it comes to this game. It's not really that great of a map. At least not for the purposes that I want to use it for. Can I walk over this way? I'm gonna go over that way. Left over here. I'm definitely missing something, right? I mean, what else is new? But it looked like there should have been a way, like, over to the left up there. Okay, weird. We've got another like 15 or 20 to stream tonight, and then we're gonna be calling it. And hopefully we make some better progress tomorrow, I guess. If I have a chance to hop on tomorrow. Yeah, whatever. Let's find that lady and get her signature.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I changed my mind. I'd like you to sign the documents.
Evrat and his plan for the village. I guess it does sound nice enough.
Here, use my pen.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks it and places the tip on the
Here you
paper.
go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She says with a little nod. There's that's my that's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
An official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that, ma'am.
That's great. Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Are you suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all.
What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in, but organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities, like rejuvenate the doomed commercial area,
Yes,
or...
that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
You like the Capri funeral idea?
Be seeing ya. Hmm. It's just a different way up this way? Or am I being stupid? Just like always. I am being stupid, just like always. It is hard being this stupid. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Joke's on you, bitch, it's both. This has to be the boardwalk we're talking about, right? Short looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder who would leave it stuffed in a tear container. What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. Okay, I thought this was as far as we could go up this way, but I had to be sure that I wasn't missing something being stupid. I'm sorry. I know it must be extremely fucking annoying watching me just wander around these same areas. But I always just get this worry that like I'm missing something. Again, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's telling me to check the boardwalk. I feel like that's what I'm doing, right? I'm not standing in the right spot. Is this not the right boardwalk? I don't know. Let's skip to some other task. Oh. It's the old lady that we need to sign this to.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I changed my mind. I want you to sign the documents.
Your mind just flips back and forth, doesn't it? What are they about exactly?
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
What do you have against the union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final word around here.
Well, I'm not gonna convince her, that's for sure. I really don't want to get him to sign, or I don't want to work forever. Yeah, he's scummy. But I want to know what he knows, I guess.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to ponder.
I've been in here. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just make plans for what I'm doing the next time. Because I'm running out of time. Yeah, maybe we can go talk to Morel really quick, I guess. But yeah, if I have time to stream tomorrow at all, it'll be during the afternoon, and it'll just be for a little bit, a couple hours, similar to tonight. And we'd just be hopping into Disco Elysium again. Sorry that this was basically like a nothing stream tonight. Sometimes it'd be like that. And I don't always have the best commentary or anything. I mean, anytime really, but like especially when I'm playing this game. But hopefully it's at least relaxing or something to listen to.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
It was a truly epic long-distance trek.
Truly a lot of legwork. My partner adores these kinds of things.
Lieutenant is still catching his
Here,
breath.
I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Meskin origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5 and a half in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. You were on a
Our
date?
first, yes.
The old woman looks at her husband tenderly. Its limbs are
Not
white?
all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was
It's
it?
hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Maybe you imagined it,
How
Lena?
could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here, what makes it a confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect.
So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it.
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena,
She lowers her voice, imitating a boy.
you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Thanks for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
That's all for now.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Passes give plus 10 XP and plus 2 real. Minus 2 suggestion because you're a pretentious wanker. We might need to change that, huh? When you forget these thoughts, can you just re-equip them? Or would you need to internalize it again? Or are you just... is it gone forever, you know? Hard telling, not knowing. I'll have to look it up. Either way, I'm gonna call it for the night. Cause, yeah, just gotta get off here. But, as I said, if I have time tomorrow, I'll hop back on with some Disco Elysium sometime during the, afternoon. If not, the next time that I'll hop on is gonna be Tuesday night. It'll be with our late night horror stream. We'll be finishing up, main story of Evil Within. And moving on to the DLC. Wednesday and Thursday night, we'll both be doing DLC for Evil Within. And then Friday, FromSoft Friday, Elden Ring. We'll be fighting Mesmer. And then next Souls-like Saturday, we'll be pushing on and Lies of P. We had just beaten King of Puppets last night after like 3 and some odd hours. So yeah, that's the plan for this upcoming week. If there's anybody lurking, hanging out, thanks for being here. I'm sorry it was boring and pointless. Hopefully some more exciting things happen the next time I play this game. We definitely have exciting things on deck, but I don't think we're ready to confront Ruby yet. So next time we'll make some steps to get us closer to being ready to do that, I guess. But as I said, thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful night. This has been A Boy Named Sue, coming at you live straight from Big Potato, and I'll see you next time.